Will take about 20 minutes to go through, but I'll just hit a few high points. We got Mr. Fred Kittle. If you want to stand, I'll do a little bit of a brief introduction and let you speak for a minute. Fred was born and raised here in Georgia. He is selected as one of 400 Georgia high school students to go to the Georgia Boys State. Fred has been active in the business community. He just recently served as chair of the local Chamber of Commerce, the chairman of the board. Fred has a wife of many, many years and 6 children, almost catching up to me. Got one of them here. Fred has volunteered a lot of time in the community. He's actively volunteering in his church, Tabernacle Baptist, serves on the Bartow Cartersville Chamber of Commerce Board since 2007, Vice Chair of Business and Industry, Vice Chair of Community Partners. He has gone through the Coverdale Leadership Institute, Bartow County, Georgia Work Ready Team Leader for 3 years, Georgia Highlands College Continuing Education Advisory Board, and from the Republican standpoint, he has served for a number of years as our first Vice Chair, and he also serves as on the Georgia 11th District GOP Executive Committee, and has had a lot of activity in charitable events. And one of the nicest things that we've seen with Fred came earlier this year when the Georgia State Senate in Resolution 1134, the Georgia State Senate issued a resolution commending Fred for his many years of service both in the political and community realms, and it spoke of his many decades of efficient, effective, unselfish, and dedicated service to the citizens of his community in the state of Georgia. So with that, like I said, I didn't even cover a third of it, so you can tell how active he has been. But Fred, I want you to address us for a couple of minutes here and let us know what's going on.
And I'll be brief. I know we got a main speaker here, and I promise you, if elected, I'll be the conservative voice of reason on the school board. If y'all seen a lot of the things in the newspapers and different things here, but I do want to make a couple of quick educational announcements that are in the news. And this is all done with private dollars to help teachers and stuff with Teachers Grant. But on November 3rd, there's going to be a Bartow Education Foundation fundraiser. It's called the Doc Frazier Clay Shoot, and 100% of this money goes to that foundation. And what they do is for the teachers, they come up with an idea and apply for the grant, and they can get up to $500. And this is really cool. For example, there was this one teacher, and she had special needs kids, and what she wanted to do was put a greenhouse behind there. There was an old building, and she figured it'd take about $500 to fix up, and she went by some other places and got some things donated. We'll put this up. Well, when she did that, the whole class was just enlightened, and there's a big picture of all their smiles on the face. They weren't passing the CRC tests and everyone in the class passed but one. So it's making a difference on that. So if anybody would like to participate in that, love to have you. Also, just a quick in the news about education. There's going to be a seminar at Tabernacle Church this Sunday, the 23rd, and anybody, it's invited for all teachers, workers, administrators. It's put on by the Baptist Association, just so you know your rights of faith in the system, because as you know, we had some really big issues. One of the counties up above us, where one of the churches helps make the food for the football players. There was a suit from like Wisconsin came down and created some issues there. And then in Carrollton, they've always said a prayer before the football game for about 50 years, and because of the complaint of one family, they no longer do that. So anyway, and then also of great importance, if you need our Freedom Fest on October 20th, if you need raffle tickets, this is the person to buy them from. We've already had sold one out of that. And two, I'll just kind of get into a few really quick things. Of course, education is always a big deal for all of us. And I truly believe the most local of all authority is the parents. So I believe parents have the ultimate responsibility of educating their kids. I mean, that's where the interest is. I also believe teachers should not teach to the test. You know, I'm a big fan of waivers, to waive a lot of these regulations so you can get to the same outcome and better, because these teachers, they go out, they get these degrees, they're really taught, and they shouldn't have to teach to a script. So I'm definitely in favor of that. Students must be provided more opportunities to be successful. When you engage and have different things and different programs going on, and as Republicans, we believe in competition. It just makes things better. For example, we have the new College and Career Academy that's coming soon. There's two types of charters. There's dependent and independent. This particular one's a dependent charter, but their graduation rates are like 96 to 98%, where the average is actually 67%. And business and industry and parents and stuff have really jumped on board this. We have over 100 people on our committee, and I see this as a good thing, and I see competition as a good thing. School board should manage our resources efficiently and conservatively. I was talking with some from Cartersville, and Bartow may already be doing some of this, but just through efficiencies, not buying anything new, they cut about 25% of their energy costs. Just simple things with, you know, maybe turning lights off at certain times, maybe the buses not sitting there running, you know, that kind of thing. Taxes shouldn't be raised. I mean, even though the school system's taken big hits, I mean, from about 120 million, now it's down to like 100 million, revenues are tough and all that. But at the same time, you know, we need to adapt to this, and we need to look at things like, for example, Six Sigma, which a lot of our industries are involved here, that cuts a lot of waste. And that doesn't mean cutting people, but there could be just simple things like if this was put over here instead of here, and that you can cut a lot out. And I hope to be able to do that. And to do that, you have to have consensus with the board. And I've been on a lot of boards, and we've had lots of successes, which y'all know in the county. Like with the Work Ready, we were the second certified, and in my opinion, we were the first, but it was because of people in the community working together. And I think if we work together on this budget, I think that'll help. And you can do things like, for example, a lot of stuff we sign confidentiality agreements, so you don't stir up different stuff, but you make sure you have all the partners involved, and you can accomplish great things. But I would appreciate your vote, and if you'd like to help me, it's not so much the money, but spending some volunteer time. You know, I've got several things planned coming up, and would appreciate your help. Thank you very much.